Hey, yo, y'all already know what it is, man. It's your boy, man. Y'all already know Ghost of 2K. You already know. Yeah. All right, man. I want to hop in, bro, because a lot of people are talking about this 2K26, and I don't be saying much. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to hop up in this, speak my little truth, speak my little feelings, and let my voice be heard. One time, just one time. Nothing, I don't care too much for it. But at the end of the day, look, man, let's talk about it. Anyway, first things first, and I'm gonna split this up, so we're not gonna go too ham on this right now. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna speak on the gameplay of 2K right quick, bro. Now listen, man. There's different parts to basketball. You know what I'm saying? And it all depends on what position you play. You understand? People need to understand, bro. There's always going to be a weakness in the game. You cannot make a perfect game, all right? Because if you make a perfect game, everybody's winning. Everybody can't win. If everybody's winning, then it's not a game, all right? So the imperfections, sometimes y'all got to embrace the imperfections a little bit, all right? Seriously, bro. Like for example, let's talk about steals, all right? You got your glove badge, probably got on Hall of Fame. You understand? Probably got on legend. You can't get no steals. It's okay because in real life, ain't nobody picking everybody like that. You understand? And the game is really trying to mimic real life. So people need to understand that and just respect it a little bit and alter your game, bro. You understand? Because 2K is no longer in a position where you're allowed to play the way you want to play. The animations that they have added to the game and the advancement of the game means that you have to play the game the way the game is made. You understand what I'm trying to tell you? So, in other words, you understand if dribbling is like this, then you need to acclimate yourself to the way dribbling is. If shooting is like this, then you need to accommodate yourself to the way shooting is. You understand? Because that's just the way the game is made for the year. You understand? For example, I think defense is awesome. You understand what I'm trying to tell you? Because I really have to body up on a dude. I have to use my IQ. You understand? And there's nothing wrong with that because that's what you got to do in real life. It ain't fair for you to just be able to just reach and steal the ball. And mind you, you can still get steals in the game. It's just got to be real IQ still. You got to get in front of the ball. You understand? So that's what I want to speak about really just to start off. I don't want to get too deep into it. You understand? Because there's different facets. So we're going to split this up a little bit. But on the defensive end, yes. You got to alternate your game a little bit and learn how to stay in front of somebody. You understand? And then on top of that, not only do you have to learn how to stay in front of somebody, you understand? You got to learn how your help defense need to learn how to be there. Your rotations need to learn how to be there. You need to learn how to play basketball. And that's where the game is set. They ain't just hit the button and get what you want. And they mad. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people mad because they can't just hit the button and get what they want. However, it's a gift and a curse. You understand? Because they not may not complain. They may complain and say, "All right, I can't get no steals." But then on the flip side, what's happening? A lot of people just hitting the button and get what they want on shooting. That's why I try to explain to people: you can't get a perfect game. You understand? Give them credit. All right, that patch that they did for the contest, it ain't perfect, but it's an upgrade. I don't think anything is wrong with it. You can actually get a contest on a player now. I like that. You understand? We're gonna speak about shooting just a little bit, and I'm gonna go deeper into this topic on another video. But I'm gonna just touch on it on the front end. All right. Now listen. The reason why they came with rhythm shooting is so that people can get used to shooting with that stick. I'm telling y'all, when it comes to that rhythm shooting, the patch of doom is coming. All right. But what might happen is everybody who's shooting with the rhythm might end up shooting with the stick. Because the way the game is supposed to be played, to be honest with you, you're not supposed to be shooting with square, bro. You understand? Just think about it, right? if you're sitting there and your square button is probably living this year more than it ever has, all right? Because you got to think about it, right? If you got to spam the square button to get a steal, you understand? And then you got to go shoot with that same button, it doesn't make sense. If you're a playmaker, right, and you're coming down the court, it's hard for you to get a stop and pop. Because if you got your icons on, then you got to take it off before you shoot. That's delaying your shooting. And this is the reason why you're supposed to shoot with the stick. However, though, they gave you that big window for 2 years. You understand? They gave you that big window for 2 years so you try to get everybody to transition over to shooting with that stick. It's all good, though, because eventually that window is going to close, ladies and gentlemen. You understand? So be careful what you ask for. But in my opinion, the game is awesome at this point in time. I think the game is good. In my opinion, it's well balanced. I don't know. I'm not a rec player or anything like that, so I can't speak on that. But straight up, well, actually, I do got to complain about Park. Park is a little bit slow as shit, bro. Theater is where it's at. You understand? Because the pace of theater is proper. Park, to me, is a little bit too laggy and too slow, but maybe the problem is because they only got one park. But anyway, we'll save that for another day. But anyway, man, I just wanted to step in because, they talking about Duke Dennis, talking about, what I'm saying, the game's going to get boring because everybody's playing the same way. The reason why everybody's playing the same way because everybody's playing old school, bro. Nobody has caught up yet, especially these so-called nice dudes. They haven't caught up. You understand? They still playing 2K17 way. You understand? They still playing 2K18 way. But the game changed. You know what I'm saying? So everybody's playing the same way because at the end of the day, that's the only way y'all know. So don't blame the game for that. You understand? Blame the fact that nobody don't want to upgrade their game, bro. You understand? They don't want to dig deep into the game and figure out what's new. You understand? All they want is a screen run to corner shoot. You know what I'm saying? But there's so many different more facets to the game that everybody's just not looking at. You know what I'm saying? The animations are freaking awesome, bro. You know what I'm saying? If you're a straight fader, learn how to hop step, bro. You know what I'm saying? If you're a straight hop stepper, learn how to fade. You understand what I'm trying to say? Look for different facets of the game, bro. Stop just playing one way. And that's the reason why Duke Dennis feels like the game's going to get boring because everybody's playing the same. No, my bro. What it is that y'all still ain't let go of that 2K17, 15, 16 way of playing, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's not the game is going to get boring. It's y'all boring. And I ain't saying that for hate, all right? Even though I know it's going to come my way either way. That's why I don't really say too much. It is what it is. I like being over here being the ghost. I'm Mr. Nobody. So that's what you think of me. Trust me, we're on the same page. I like it. I'm good. You understand? I'm so good. Anyway, with all that being said, I'm just being honest with y'all, man. If the game is boring to y'all, or the game is getting boring, or the game gets boring, it's because you don't want to change your play style, bro. You understand? The game is not allowing y'all to play exactly how y'all want to play, but y'all forcing it. You know what I'm saying? But you got to play team ball out there. You got to know how to rotate. You know what I'm saying? You can't just spam a dude and steal the ball. He's going to get past you. So that means your back-end defense need to be there for you. And if that back-end defense is there for you, you need to know how to rotate off of that. You know what I'm saying? And trust me, because the game is how it is, by the end of the year, everybody going to be playing some proper basketball. Unless they come with the patch of doom. Anyway, I'm out of here, man. Peace and love. Yeah. Ghost.